sleep.
Wednesday too.
The day's Wednesday.
Wednesday break my heart.
Wednesday morning.
Wednesday happy days. Wednesday stay in bed.
Waiting for Wednesday.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. The long-running TV reality series Cops has been canceled by Paramount Network, despite the fact that a new season was scheduled to begin this week. The show's 33rd season had been scheduled to premiere on Monday, but no episode has aired on Paramount since last week, as protests against police brutality and in support of the Black Lives Matter movement continued across the country. A&E also pulled last week's episodes of Live PD, which also follows officers on patrol, albeit in real time. Reverend William Lawson spoke at George Floyd's funeral yesterday and said the White House needs to be cleaned out.
It's going to be just like so many other movements, a moment of anger and rage, and then back to business as usual. You could say that because the prejudiced and the bigoted are not going to change. But we can do some things to change them. And that's what I hope we will do. First of all, we can make sure that we don't stop the fight, that we stay with it, and that we make sure that somebody knows that we are not going to stand for this to keep on going. Obviously, the first thing that we have to do is to clean out the White House. But that has to come closer to us than Washington. Our states and counties and cities have to have good leadership. And that means that we have to go and vote.
It's time for things I've learned from movies.
The idea of a good father was only invented like 30 years ago. Before that, fathers were expected to be silent and absent and unreliable and selfish. And we can all say we want them to be different. But on some basic level, we accept them. We love them for their fallibilities, but people absolutely don't accept those same failings in mothers. We don't accept it structurally, and we don't accept it spiritually.
And that's it for things I've learned from movies.
Former and current generals, including General James Mattis, General John Kelly, and General Colin Powell, have publicly criticized Trump. So far, pretty much the only holdout is that little cartoon general from the insurance ads. George P. Bush, son of Jeb Bush, says he's voting for Donald Trump, which makes him pretty much the worst Bush since Billy. According to a new study, fish can actually recognize you, which is just one more reason why it creeps me out when they serve the whole fish with its eyes staring at you. The latest statistics say that in the United States, the obesity rate for women and teens continues to rise, but not so for men. That's because they're already as fat as humanly possible. A new study shows drivers are significantly more likely to die in a small car than a large one. In other overly obvious news, you're more likely to choke on a whole watermelon than a grape. Time for Nobody Gives a F***. There's a trailer for the next Bill and Ted movie. It's called Bill and Ted's Excellent Lazy Boy Recliner Adventure. Hey, idiots, nobody gives a f***. Turns out robbing a bank may not be worth it. In addition to the likelihood you'll get caught, you'll only make on average around $4,000 for that federal crime. Yeah, but the free suckers are so worth it, aren't they? Hey, bank robbers, nobody gives a f***. And Facebook confirms it will sponsor Trump's Republican National Convention. You know what? We really have to stop making assholes rich. Hey, Zuckerberg, you punk, nobody gives a f***. Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live starring Frank D'Angelo, Tuesdays and Thursdays for NSS Live.